Joining me now is seasoned politician, veteran Congress leader and the former Chief Minister of Haryana, Bhupinder Singh Hooda, who very proudly declared soon after the Election Commission dates were announced that October 4, BJP Haryana se bahar. Bhupinder ji, thank you so much for speaking to CNN News 18.
Thank you.
You're very confident of winning the assembly elections this time around. But in 2019, Hooda ji, the party didn't win any of the seats. Yes, there has been a turnaround. You won 5 seats this time. But it was a neck-and-neck contest. Where is this confidence coming from? It was such a close fight.
You see, in 2019, we had no seat, none out of 10. Now we got 5. But if you see the vote share of Congress Alliance, India Alliance, it is highest in the country. Next to Haryana is Tamil Nadu, then Karnataka, 47.62. And there is, you see, increase of about 20% vote share from 2019 to this election. And BJP has come down by 12% of their vote share, which BJP got in 2019. There are 10 parliamentary constituencies. In each and every constituency, vote share of Congress has increased, vote share of BJP has decreased. There are 90 assembly segments. In all the 90 segments, vote share of BJP has decreased, vote share of the Congress has increased. So it is a very clear indication by all section of the society, जिसको कहते हैं 36 बिरादरी, ये मन बना लिया है next जो government जो है it is going to be of Congress party.
Ji. You know, given your experience, Hooda ji, in politics for such a long time, you've also prepared a roadmap if your party comes to power. You've announced 1 lakh government jobs. You've announced 33% reservation for women in institutions. Do you feel that perhaps it's too premature to make such promises? Do you think it's too ambitious?
This is not too ambitious. When Congress government was there before 2014, so 33% reservation for teachers was there for women, already there.
Right.
And 10% recruitment of women in police force, that was there. So, what is there
new about it?
Difficult?
But, you know, Hooda ji, this is something that you have been talking about that concerns you, is the lack of jobs. And in the last elections, the ones that have just concluded, one noticed, you know, that there is a lot of angst, there's a lot of anger. The youth want jobs. In fact, Haryana continues to be the #1 in unemployment in the country right now. If I quote the CMI study, it says 37.4%. Haryana has the highest unemployment in India. Doesn't that concern you?
That is a concern. And that is why the people of Haryana are totally fed up with this present government. Because in 2014, when I left the government, Congress left the government, Haryana was #1 per capita income, per capita investment, law and order, and giving jobs and the supports, whether it is women or men. It was #1 in Haryana, India. Now it is #1 in unemployment. Law and order situation, you can see, it is in bad shape. It is not me. It is the social progressive index of Government of India. It has declared Haryana as unscored state. What does it mean? Nobody feels safe in the Haryana. So this is a matter of concern. And that is why, you see, it was such situation was also before 2005 when Congress government came to Haryana. And I was given opportunity to serve the people. As soon as I became Chief Minister, first thing I said, बदमाशो या तो हरियाणा छोड़ जाओ, बदमाशी छोड़ दो या हरियाणा छोड़ जाओ. And they left it, and the result was that per capita income, per capita investment, Haryana number was 1. It is a matter of record.
Right.
It is not just I say.
No, absolutely. And given your experience, now that we are talking, you know, about reservations, Supreme Court came about with a very important judgment giving the power to the states to subclassify SC/STs for quotas. Why is it that the Congress party is so insistent on having a caste census? Your take on this entire
Because
matter?
this only. Caste census means every caste with the number should be given benefit proportion to its population. Then should go to that caste. That is why caste census. It is in the interest of.
But it also said that the creamy layer is the ones who seem to be a little more beneficial than the ones who actually need all of those benefits.
That is about creamy layer. You are talking about OBCs, which is there. In our time, creamy layer was 8 lakh. They reduced to 6 lakh. So many of the OBC youth, they lost the opportunity to become doctor, to become engineer, or in jobs. Who is responsible for that? Now they have again come out with 8 lakh creamy layer. So which decision was right? Whether reducing or increasing? Why it was reduced when during our time it was 8 lakh? That is why we have promised. If our government comes, the creamy layer would be 10 lakh.
Interesting. Bhupinder ji, I wanted to ask you that, after the elections, we're seeing a very confident, resurgent opposition, especially the Congress party. If I speak specifically about Haryana, which is cashing in on this anti-incumbency that you were talking about, and also erosion of support. But the BJP is also, they have kind of upped their game after what they saw in the Lok Sabha elections. If it means changing the chief minister to try and deflect anti-incumbency from Manohar Lal Khattar to Naib Singh Saini, do you think that this change has helped placate people's anger in your state?
I don't think, because that is they think, they thought it. So people are not against individual. They are against the policies of the government, achievement of the government. It is a non-performing government. So whether they change faces of chief minister, people have decided to change this government. It is not going to happen.
But do you think by selecting Naib Singh Saini and OBC face, they're trying to kind of garner that support of the OBC, given the fact that it also constitutes 22% electorate?
This is, I am telling you, a creamy layer which was 8 lakh of OBC was reduced to 6 lakh by this BJP government. In our time it was 8 lakh. So who will be responsible for those youths?
Were you surprised by that change all of a sudden when they made that announcement and the chief minister was changed?
No, nothing.
Or you saw it coming?
Because people are against the government. Chhattis Biradari, they have decided they are against the government because this is not performing government. You see, in our time, 81 kilometer metro was laid by our time. 250 kilometers of railway line, whether laid or sanctioned, right? And 4 thermal plants of power. In their time, not even a single pole of metro has been there after 2014. Not even a single 1 inch of railway line. Not even a single unit of power has been generated. So what they have done? No, you see, the National Institute, not even a single. And if you ask me, you name any National Institute, I'll tell you where it is. It came our time. You start from Panchkula, National Institute of Fashion Technology, for Kurukshetra. Second, National Institute of Design, one is in Ahmedabad. Then you come to Karnal, Kalpana Chawla Medical College, there. Then you come to Sonipat, Women University is there. Women Medical College is there, meant for women students only. Then Rajiv Gandhi Education Institute is there. There Dr. Ambedkar's Law University is there. And then IIT is there. IIIT is there. You name any institute. This Jindal Global Law University is there. You name any institute. Then you come to Faridabad. The medical college is there. And there was one institute, YMCA. It was announced to university level. Then you come to Mewat, medical college there in Nu. Then you come to Gurgaon. First defense university, it was sanctioned and foundation
And
stone.
none of that happened when the BJP
foundation
was in
stone
power.
was laid by Dr. Manmohan Singh.
Right.
And you go to Rewari,
Right.
new university named after Srimati Indira Gandhi, the one Sainik school.
Right.
You come to Jhajjar. It is AIMS and National Cancer Institute
Huda ji,
there.
you're saying and
Here you come to
that has
Rohtak.
been ignored
You come to
completely.
Rohtak, IIM.
Right.
Then you go to Mahendragarh, this Pali, Mahendragarh district. Central University there, which will have medical university, all that. You go to Hisar, a university
You remember
named after
all of-
Lala Lajpat Rai, Animal Sciences University. This is all which
Sure.
came up in my time. No, you listen.
No, sir.
You listen.
No,
I'm
no,
not saying.
I will listen.
You
I
have
just want
nothing.
to quickly ask you on that point, and you have seen that because of all this work, you have seen how you got 5 seats, how the people are recognizing all of that, which was forgotten. And it happens, when a new government comes, when a new person comes, over time one realizes all the work that was done in the past. And we have seen how the BJP vote share plunged to 12% and the Congress's vote share went up by about 15% to 43.67%.
No. It's certain. It is went up to 20% because
20%.
it is. You see, our party got 1 seat. That was an alliance. So total vote we got is 47.62.
Yes, 47.62%. That's
The
what I
last
said.
time we
Yes,
got
sir.
about 28%. So there is increase of about 20%.
So I wanted to ask you, in this elections, let's talk about the issues. Why do you think that agricultural issues are still pending? For example, the legal guarantee for MSPs. Why is it something which has still remains unsolved?
Because the government is not for farmers. They are more sufferers. You have seen 3 laws when they brought for farmers. It was all against farmers. That is why there was long agitation. There was 750 farmers were killed in that agitation. The government had to withdraw that because that was not in the interest of farmers. Now farmers are demanding legal guarantee. So when Congress has promised in its manifesto also, whenever Congress comes to power, it will guarantee legal guarantee for MSP to farmers.
And you will do that if you come to power.
State, that is not subject of state. But now opposition is quite strong. Rahul Gandhi, under the leadership of Rahul Gandhi, his voice is being heard. So we will force this government. We will agitate for this.
About Agnipath scheme
But in
also.
Haryana, we will give bonus to farmers because they promised, BJP promised, we will be doubling income of the farmers by 2022. Instead of doubling income, many 4 times, double or triple or 4 times, this cost of input has increased, income has not increased. Just see, what was the rate of diesel in 2014? What was the rate of fertilizer in 2014? What was the rate of pesticides in 2014? It is many times more. Cost of investment has increased. So that is why farmers are losing. That is why they are against this government.
And Hudaji, on the Agnipath scheme, we've seen the kind of anger, dissatisfaction. I'm sure you also must be hearing about it. But the BJP has taken all of that into cognizance. They've promised changes. They've promised job opportunities for short service soldiers in the midst of all this anger. But this Agnipath scheme, it's going to be a very...
What promise they have done? They have promised, this Chief Minister said we have reserved post reserves. Ex-serviceman reservation is already there. Nothing new. After all, those who have served army, they are ex-servicemen. That the reservation is already there. So what they have done? This is not in the interest of youth. This is just playing with the future of youth of the country, and especially Haryana.
But it's going to play a very important role in these elections to shape the political narrative.
Yes, because every year 5,000 recruits were there from Haryana only in army. This time, after this introduction of hardly 250 or 270. So, because you see, population of Haryana is 2%, right? But every 10th soldier is from Haryana. So it has affected Haryana like anything. It is very much main issue.
True.
One of the main issues.
Udaji, you know, you seem quite confident and determined in reclaiming your family's stronghold in Rohtak. I mean, the BJP calls it a very prestigious seat. But otherwise, also in Haryana, you're looking forward to revive the party fortunes. But there is also a lot of indifference, a lot of, apsi madbhed, a lot of factionalism that is cropping up. And I'm sure you know about it.
That is
Randeep Surjewala, Kumari Sehja, they're all having their own
these are the
independent
stories
rallies.
created by media. You have not seen the factionalism in BJP. Most faction leader the BJP party. You have you seen Mr. Anil Vij with the chief minister? Have you seen him?
But
Have you seen Rao Inderjit? Have you seen Ram Vilas Sharma? But as far as Congress is concerned, there is no faction.
But Huda ji, Uday
This
Bhan
is-
ji,
this is-
Kumari Selja ji, they openly,
No,
having
never.
these
Never.
fights.
This is.
Kumari Selja apparently said that if the High Command was given proper information...
Bear me out.
Ji.
They never openly did anything.
So
this
this
is
is
wrong.
all wrong
This is already it has been totally denied by Uday Bhan. And I don't know from where you build these types of stories.
I don't- I'm
This is
I'm just stating it
these are
how
the
it
stories built by media.
No,
I don't know why.
BJP is saying that, sir.
Huh?
BJP is saying that our
BJP
party is a strong unit. Look at the Congress
Because
party.
you look at them now. I'm asking you. Ask them where was Mr. Vij?
Ji.
What is he saying? He left doing work even.
No, fair enough, fair enough.
Even Birinder Singh left the Congress. You
Fair
see,
enough.
there are more than 45 ex-MLAs, ex-MP, sitting MLA, who have joined Congress in last 3 years. Now you'll talk about 2% who have left the
I
Congress.
will. You get my
but,
mind.
but you, what about these 45?
But Hudaji, I just wanted to ask you, you're so senior, you're so experienced. I'm sure you've seen this in politics over years. I wanted to understand you when you see the likes of, say, a Naveen Jindal, Kiran Chaudhary, who has said it, Haryana is being run as a personal fiefdom. Our voices are being stifled. We don't have the opportunity to speak up. So how do you handle all this?
Some, those who left the Congress, they have left for their personal benefits. If you ask why Birinder Singh has left the BJP, why his son sitting MP left the BJP, you ask them, then I'll give you answer.
No, I'm here to hear your answer.
No,
I
I've
want
already
get your perspective.
I want your also perception. These questions you should ask. I've already said it. Personal for personal benefit.
So the Congress is one unit? Hudaji, I wanted to ask you about the Aam Aadmi Party. Where do they figure in these very, very important elections in Haryana? If the party high commands decides to give them seats, because they did that in Kurukshetra, your understanding of how the situation will play out then?
Look, as far as nation is concerned, we have got a national alliance with Aam Aadmi Party, Samajwadi Party also, and many other parties. But as far as state is concerned, we have not talked to any party.
But doesn't it seem across as giving a very mixed signal, because at the national level you are in an alliance?
This is a hypothetical question you're asking me. I have told you up to now we have not talked to anyone.
Okay, sure. I'm going to leave it at that. But Hudaji, the perception is that if your party comes to power, you are the CM's face.
You see, that is your perception. But as far as Chief Minister is concerned, Congress has set procedure. MLAs are elected, then observers come, they ask each and every MLA, then they report to High Command, then High Command decides who will be the Chief Minister.
So, but there has to be some truth to all the rumors going around.
Madam, this is perception.
There's no smoke without fire, Hudaji.
This is your perception, I
Ji,
don't know.
okay.
But procedure is set.
Done. I wanted to ask you, in the elections, there was an upheaval in the BJP camp. We saw the resignation of those 3 independent MLAs. Then you saw the JJP quitting the coalition. And ever since that has happened, you've seen the Chief Minister in an overdrive to woo the voter. He's announcing all sorts of SOPs. He's trying to reverse all the policies that were made by his predecessor. Does that concern you?
No, that is not my concern. That should be their concern. Because this is a failed government. Changing decisions, what previous government did, and they are doing something. People have understood this is non-performing government. They are just giving such the things just to get the votes, nothing else. But they will do nothing.
And
See, present government, you are saying they are doing their policy is look busy, do nothing.
Okay. What will your 3 top priorities be if your party comes to power and if you form the government in Haryana?
Unemployment, giving employment to people, law and order. Unless law and order is there won't be any investment. So creating job opportunities also,
Okay.
giving government services also. You see, this government have started this Kaushal Rozgar Nigam, which is a contractual service. There are 1 lakh, more than 1 lakh on contract. They have no pension. The service is not regular. They are hardly bothered. That resulting, there are 2 lakh regular posts vacant in Haryana. So we have said, in first year we will fill that 1 lakh regular. Likewise, every year 50,000 we will be giving employment, and we will be creating opportunities for jobs by bringing investment, other things, because we see after this government came, many MSC have left, MSME, those small industries, they have left Haryana.
So how to get them
which
back?
has resulted in this unemployment, and Haryana is number 1 in unemployment, as you told me.
Hudaji, my last question is about Vinesh Fogart, because, you know, we saw that rousing welcome, a wonderful welcome to her after heartbreaking exit. There's been a lot of controversy around the announcement about her Rajya Sabha seat. Her own uncle, you know, Mahavir Fogart, he claims this is all politics, it's politically motivated. Your thoughts on this?
This is, you see, I said it when her feeling was hurt. Justice was not done to her. This is what I feel. There's something lacking there. Otherwise, she must get gold medal. So I said 2 things. First, Haryana government should honor her as if she has got gold medal with same awards, same respect. And secondly, when Sachin Tendulkar was nominated to Rajya Sabha, why not she? For the heart, to heal his heart feeling.
Ji. All right, Hudaji, it was such a pleasure speaking to you on CNN News 18 and wishing you all the best for the upcoming elections.
Because your question, any sportsman or sportswoman doesn't belong to any party. They belong to nation. They bring pride to nation. That's.
Ji, thank you so much, Hudaji. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.